Hey everybody, it's Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. I hope that you guys are doing well today. I'm so happy that you're here with me. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to be making this really fun bookbinding card today. This is it right here. And it is a really fun Christmas card. I love this Words of Cheer bundle. I love words. Fonts are like my thing. So this was the perfect bundle for me. I'm going to be using the happy word today and this background for it. So let's go ahead and get started and get right into the project. Now this Words of Cheer bundle is located in the mini catalog that is current. It is in the July to December 2020 mini catalog, and this is what the catalog looks like. It's on page 20. There it is with all its samples. It's $46.75 for the bundle. It's such a great deal, and I highly recommend it. The paper that I have used for this card is called Heartwarming Hugs, and it's a designer series paper that we also have in this mini catalog. It is located on page 57. Let me get to it. And it has lots of great prints. There they are. Love it. It's $11.50. You get 12 sheets, 2 of each, 6 double-sided pages. All right, let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to move this out of the way. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out this word happy and get that die cut machine going. I've already cut the white words happy because I don't know if you could tell, but back here I have the word happy glued a bunch of times, and I didn't want it to take too long. So I did cut those ahead of time. Here they are. But I did want to show you how easy it is to die cut using our mini Stampin' Cut and Balls machine. These little pieces are washi tape that I have on here. But the machine just opens like this. And it has these little platforms. We're going to use number 1 and number 2 and the second number 2 in a minute. And we're going to put this word happy on this piece of red cardstock. It's called Real Red. And we're going to put our other number 2 on top of it. And then I'm going to just crank it through. Sometimes when I use small pieces, I use that washi tape to hold it in place. But these larger pieces, you don't need that. What I love about this machine is that it does fold closed. It's great and portable if you're taking it to a crop or to any place that you are stamping, to a friend's house. It's awesome and portable and nice. Go to the lake house, go to the beach house. You can bring this little die cut machine with you, and it's so easy. All right, these little pieces I'm going to throw into the trash, but let me pull the happy out. Just like that. And I'm going to use my take your pick tool and push these last small little pieces out. The rest came out no problem. And there it is. I'm going to put it with those. And let's toss this stuff in the trash. Put my happy die away. Back on its magnet sheet. They don't come on magnet sheets. I do put them on magnet sheets, but I really love it because it makes it so easy to use. All right. Let's get the rest of this out of the way, and then we can get started on this really fun card. That's all the die cutting. Like I said, I've already done the happy words for you. We are going to glue one of those happy words directly on top of this happy. See how pretty that is? I love that. Here's our card. So let's go ahead and do that. Grab my silicone mat. I like to use that when I use any kind of wet glue. That way the mess stays where it's supposed to stay. We're also using a few ribbons today, which is nice. I always love ribbon. We're using 2 different ones, a red one and a green one. I'll show you in a second. All right, so I'm going to use my tweezers so I don't get glue in my hands. And I'm going to pick this up and I'm just going to lay it down. I'm going to start with the H and I'm going to get that nice. Then I'll move the A and the P into place. And then I'm going to grab over here so that I can position this P into place, and then I'll grab the Y and move it into place. Whoops, see, it just wants to do its own thing, so you have to make it behave. There we go. And there is our happy. All right. Next, we're going to glue these other happies down. I have 3 more. And we're going to glue those as a background onto this piece right here. It's our basic white cardstock. And I didn't want them centered. I kind of wanted them offset. So I'm going to start with this happy at the bottom here. I'm going to turn it upside down. I just cut my nails today and I wish I hadn't because I can't pick anything up now. All right, so I will try and not get too crazy, but I do want all of this to be stuck down. And it's going to be offset, so we're going to trim part of it off. So we're going to start here, and it looks like that's what will fit. I don't want to push that Y down because I did put adhesive on it. I'm going to use my paper snips, and I'm going to snip that off. I'm going to hold it in my hand, and then I'm going to attach that with my tweezers on the other side. So like if it's a continuation, I'm going to glue that down, get it to stick, and then I'm going to go ahead and snip that off. Now I won't use the rest of this one, so this one can go into the trash. Okay, so that's my first one. Now my next one, I want to stagger it a little bit, so make sure I push that down. Good. Grab my next happy. Again, I'm going to put glue on all of it. I can clean my scissors when I'm done. So I don't want to use too much glue, just enough that it will stick down no matter where I cut it off. All right, and then that piece there. All right. So now our next happy is going to get attached. I'm going to go ahead and grab it right here in the center of the P, and we're going to wipe off the excess there. This time I'm going to center it right in the middle. I'm going to raise it up a little, and I kind of want these to fall in between like so. All right. And once it's glued down, I don't need the rest of this H. This one's going to go right into the trash. And like I said, it's okay if I get adhesive on the back of this because it's going to get glued down. I'm just going to trim the edges. So there is that one. Okay. On to our last one. Now, if you do get adhesive on your fingers, the best thing to put on them is rubbing alcohol, so keep that in mind. All right, so the last one's going to go here, and we are going to start with the HA. So I'm just going to actually cut this one and do it in 2 pieces. So we'll start with the HA. I'm going to grab my tweezers and flip that over. I'm going to turn it, and I just want the H and the A, like so, to be glued. I still have to trim, as you can see, but this one was easier because I could trim it all off. So there are those. I'm going to throw these 2 pieces into the trash, and then we're going to use the other part on this end right here. Okay. So it's going to be like so. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my glue onto it. Sometimes this glue comes out way too fast. Grab my tweezers, position it how I want it, like that. And we're going to go ahead and flip it over and trim off the pieces that we don't need. All right, make sure that's stuck pretty good. Throw these away, and then I will show you how I clean my scissors and my fingers. So I'm gonna move this paper out of the way. I'm gonna give my little piece here a little spray, and I'm also gonna spray my fingers. I'm gonna rub this, and that's what helps remove it, that rubbing alcohol. I keep it in a spray bottle. I'm gonna remove this from my silicone mat and really clean my mat so it's nice and clean. And then I'm gonna also, this is my stamping rag, so I'm gonna clean my tweezers same way. Do each blade, each point, open them, get the insides. I'm gonna do the same thing with my scissors. I'm gonna open, I'm gonna grab, I'll flip them over and kind of sandwich it in between that piece. And then that keeps them nice and clean. All right. So that was the hard part. That was the hardest part. We're just gonna leave that off to the side for right now, and we're gonna actually make the book binding part of this card. So this is just gonna set. I can put the glue away. I don't need that. All right, let's grab my Simply Scored board. I love this board. I use it all the time. So this is a piece of 4 1/4 by 11 inches of cardstock. We're going to score it in 2 spots. We're going to score it at 4 1/4 and at 5 1/2. So 5 1/2 is the middle because it's 11 inches long. And then we're going to score it at 4 1/4. 4 1/4, 5 1/2. That's it. We're going to put our board away. And I'm going to use my bone folder, and I'm going to score on that mark, and then I'm going to bring this one back and score on this mark. Now this is going to be sealed right here, so I'm going to open it up. I'm going to use my Stampin' Seal, and I'm just going to run 2 lines of Stampin' Seal right on there, and then we're going to just press that closed. I'm going to use my bone folder and really help that to stay closed. So our card opens like a little book, just like that. And on the inside, we're going to put this white piece of cardstock. So the big red one was 4 1/4 by 11 inches. This white one for the inside is 4 by 4. So let's go ahead and adhere it. I do have to stamp on it, but I trust myself that I'm going to get it right. If you don't trust yourself, don't glue it in until after you stamp, because you could always flip the paper over. I'm going to trust myself that I'm going to do a good job. And if not, I'm not going to cry. Okay, so the inside of our card is going to say happy wishes to you and yours. So I'm going to go ahead and ink that up. Just like that. I'm going to bring it down here where I can see a little better. I'm going to line that up, and I'm just going to press down and press up. See, I told you I trusted myself. All right, we're going to stamp one more time, but I'm going to clean first because red is a very messy ink and I don't want to get it on anything else. So I'll go ahead and get that nice and clean. And then on this piece of Pear Pizzazz, I'm going to use the same red ink for the word holidays. Bring it down here where I can see a little better. I'm going to stamp that right there in the center, just like that. And I will clean it as well. All right, let's close this red ink pad and get it out of the way. So this piece here, I'm going to use my scissors, and I'm going to snip one this direction, one this direction. I'm actually going to make it skinnier. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and come down here, and I am going to cut real close to the word holidays on both sides. Just leave a small amount like that. And then this gets thrown in the trash. All right, now we have our bookbinding card, and on the outside here, we are going to put a piece of designer series paper from the Heartwarming Hugs, but it's going to be lifted up. So I'm going to go ahead and put dimensionals on the back, and then I'm going to use a piece of ribbon, and we're going to use this really beautiful sheer ribbon. Isn't this so pretty? I'm going to go ahead and cut it right now and leave myself some room there on either side, because we'll use that. So let's go ahead and put our dimensionals on the back. Actually, before I do that, let's go ahead and mount our happy on the front. Now, I kind of have some glue all over it. So this is called an adhesive remover. And I'm just going to pick up the extra pieces of glue. Now, you don't want to do this until the glue has really dried. And since I did this earlier, and they just kind of form like, I don't know, like little balls of glue onto this eraser. And Stampin' Up! Used to sell these, but I'm sure that you could get them on Amazon, but it's called an adhesive remover. That's how I've had mine. I've had it for years, probably like 20 years. It lasts forever because it really doesn't erase anything. It just makes the adhesive ball up so that you can grab it and throw it away. So let's go ahead and grab that last little bit, and I think we're good. I'm happy with that. Maybe right here, although this is going to be, I'm being so picky, but this is actually going to be covered. We're going to attach this with our Stampin' Seal onto this piece of 4x4 Heartwarming Hugs paper, and it's going to go right here in the center. Isn't that so pretty? Oh, I love this paper. So this gets attached first. Now we're going to put our ribbon. Okay, so this ribbon is going to lay across just like that in the center, and we're going to flip it over, and I'm going to use mini glue dots. If you do not know what these are, you got to learn, girl, because they are awesome. So we sell these. They are for any kind of embellishment that you want to put on your card. So I'm going to put one of these right here onto the end of this ribbon. Well, first I'm going to help it come off there, and then I'm going to pull that ribbon, and I'm going to, that little piece of glue dot is going to stick to my paper and hold that in place. Isn't that awesome? So I'm going to grab another one of these guys off of here, and I'm going to put it on this piece of ribbon, and I'm just going to look and make sure that it's straight before I attach it, and then we'll push that down on, well, it must have stuck to my finger. Oh, yes, it did. Stuck to my finger. There we go. Put it back on the ribbon. And we will press that down, and now it is attached onto the back. So this, they just come on a roll. There's a bunch of them. They're covered up, and so you just kind of tear off. Once you've pulled some off, you tear off the, or else you'll have a ton of that left over. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some dimensionals on the back. So I'm going to put in the four corners, of course. I'm also going to put in the middle here. I'm going to make sure that it helps to hold down my ribbon. I'm going to put on this side, and I'm also going to put one in the middle. So I guess 9. I'm going to pull the backs off. Well, I'm going to try with my take your pick tool here. Let's see if it will let me get all 9 off at the same time. Oh, it doesn't want to grab this last one, but it did. Yay. Okay, so there are those. And now we're going to attach this onto our front part of our card. Oh, this card is so pretty. I love it. All right, so that's, so far that's what we have. Now we're going to attach the word happy right here in the middle. Now I don't want it to be flat. I want it to be raised up, so we're going to need some dimensionals as well. And so we're going to go ahead and flip it over. I'm going to use the mini dimensionals, and we're going to just put those wherever they fit on this word. And then I'm going to use, let me see if I can fit another one down here. See if I can fit one in this top corner. There we go. And All right. So there's the mini dimensionals. We're going to go ahead and pull the backs off of those. I love that they come in baby size. It's so fun. Okay. It's like, okay, that's enough. I can't fit any more on here, lady. Let's pull that one off. Did that one come off? Yeah, it did. Okay, so that's all of them now. Throw this in the trash. And now that I have them raised up, I'm going to proceed to attach my word happy onto my card. Just like that. Isn't that pretty? We're also going to use the mini dimensionals on this tiny little holidays. Put 3 of those on there. And we'll pull the backs off with our take your pick tool. If you guys need catalogs, please leave a comment. If you don't have a demonstrator, I would love to be your demonstrator. And I can send you those catalogs. You just have to let me know. I send them to any new customers that I have that spend $50 or more. That way I know that you are a customer and not just somebody that enjoys my projects. Sometimes people have other demonstrators, but they do watch, which I love. Anybody can watch. That's why I do this, because I love it so much. But like I said, that's usually the prerequisite is a $50 order. But once you place your first order with me, I will just let me know that you don't have catalogs, and I will get you them, because they are just like having idea books. I don't know why I opened that. It's like all of a sudden I just had like my brain went crazy. All right, so now we're going to attach some of these. These are the sequins for everything, and they actually don't come in these little containers. I had saved them from other embellishments and put them in here because they're so staticky. They were in a box, all 4 colors. You get the gold with the silver, you get the green, you get this rust, which has browns and oranges in there, and then you have pinks and reds in this one, and light and dark greens in this one. And I put a little tiny piece of a dryer sheet in with them so that the static wasn't too bad. We are going to use the red ones today for our accent, and I labeled those because, like I said, they didn't come in there. We're also going to tie a ribbon, and this is a double-sided ribbon. One side is dark green and one side is light green, but I love this iridescence of this light green. I'm going to grab my ribbon scissors. And I want to tie a knot, so let's go ahead and give myself enough room here. That's good. And we're going to tie it on this part that we glued down. Remember, that was our book binding part. So this is going to get glued right here. And I'm going to try my very best to get the ribbon to be the same color on both sides. It's going to take some twisting when I pull it through. I will have to pull and twist. Same with this top one. I'm going to pull and twist. And if you twist it, when you pull that tight, you get both of them the color that you want. And then I'm going to go ahead and snip them. They're too long. I was very generous with my ribbon when I cut it. But it is such a beautiful ribbon, don't you think? And I love that you have dark on one side and a little bit medium green on the other. So I'm going to put my clip on that one. Get those out of the way. And then, of course, the very last step, which is these sequins. I'm going to open them carefully so they don't go everywhere. And I'm just going to put a few dots. Let's see, we'll put one here, one there, one there. Maybe that's it. Maybe this one just needs 3. I put more on the other one, but I'm thinking that's all this one needs. So I'm going to go with my putty end of my Take Your Pick tool right there. And I'm just going to grab some red hexagons. There's one. I'm going to push it down and hold it. There's another one. Push it down and hold it. And here's another one. And push it down and hold it. There we go. I think those 3 are good. So cute. This is a great card. I'm in love with it. It's good I like what I do, right? Sorry guys, I'm goofy today. But anyway, that is our card. I hope that you enjoyed it. I really appreciate you guys watching me. It makes me feel good to have people on and watching me do what I love. I'm very blessed that I get to do what I love. It's a great job if you're interested in possibly doing what I do. You don't have to make videos, but if you want to be a frequent shopper, we accept those as well. The starter kit is an awesome deal. Just send me a message, tell me that you're interested. I'd be happy to talk to you more about it. It is a really fun way to do what you love and get a discount on the products. That's how I started. I didn't start by making videos. I started because I loved the product so much and I had to have it and I was spending too much money. So I decided I need to get a discount, and so I signed up for the discount. Stampin' Up is really great about that. You do not have to worry about them hounding you to sell anything. If you don't make your minimums, because there are minimums for the quarter, if you don't make your minimums, they just tell you, okay, you go back to just being a regular customer again, and then you purchase from your demonstrator again. And if you ever decide you wanted to try again, you could then sign up for the discount again. But I appreciate you guys watching me. I'm kind of new to YouTube. I have been having my website for over a year where I've been blogging every day. But YouTube is kind of new, so I would appreciate it if you'd help me out by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Ask your friends to subscribe too. I would really appreciate that. And when you do subscribe, you'll get notifications when I post new videos. Check out my blog, inkyhandswarmhearts.com. That is my website. That's where you do all your shopping. The link is in the description below. When you go there, you can access PDFs, measurements, more fun projects. Here are the two cards, two different papers from the Heartwarming Hugs. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I appreciate you watching. Again, thank you so much. This is Kelly with Inky Hands Warm Hearts. Happy stamping!